Are you kidding me? What happened here? Oh, that's what happened. Yeah, if you didn't know, the moment you block this, she's -8. You can literally flail EXDP. I can EX counter for that much damage. So I think I just need to stop using this against the top 5 characters because they all have the same exact tools. But then Ken just does this. And then I get So yeah, when I complain about the top 5 characters, because they all win against me in the same exact way, and I feel like I have to go so above and beyond. Because this is completely useless, because he has DP. If I could get this to happen, like this, where he's whiffing like this, I would feel much better against the character. But the chances of it are so low, because my walk speed is so fucking slow. Why would this ever whiff? If I can make this whiff, we're fucking good to go, baby. Let's run it back, Adrian. Let's experiment. Alright. Preemptive standing light kick. Mix it in. Oh. Have to respect. If I'm in range, then I need to just respect. Don't die. Okay. I mean, it doesn't feel like he's trying. It feels like I'm fucking flailing so hard. Boy. Neutral against this character does not exist. If I move, I get crouching medium kicked. And quite frankly, I might be too new to understand what to do. I don't understand how to make this whiff. I am a little lost on how to space against this character. I don't feel like me and Adrian Riven were on even ground at all. The reason why I'm trying to learn is because I feel like there must be some answer for me besides be completely godlike and make no mistakes or flail. There must be some way. So when people say, okay, just watch Big Bird, just watch Big Bird. Big Bird is one of the best players in the world. I'm not one of the best players in the world. I still have to use my character to leverage some sort of advantage, and I'm struggling. I DM Big Bird and he said, if they're playing honest neutral, then you should just be able to Gladius, because Gladius is pretty good. I mean, it's still just swinging at the air. She might be great in tournament, because you just rob people, but that's not really what I'm concerned about. Oh, his back walk is the same as my forward walk, which is not good. There's no reason for him to whip. Like, I'm not here for fucking copium. I'm trying to find the answer so I can stop being blown the fuck up. The matchup is not that good, but I must be able to do something. You know, stop whiffing this all the time. Voice chat? Sure. Game is hard.
Yo, what's up, bud? What do you say?
I said game is hard.
No, yeah, this game is insane.
I mean, that's why I laughed when you said, oh, I'm playing the matchup so much better than the other people.
Because whenever I go into a match, right, against anyone, I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to play it slow and see like how they like to play. And you just went balls deep to the wall instantly, right? And I was like, you won like 5 games in a row, right? And I was like, okay, I see what's going on here. And the reason that you feel the need to do that is because the matchup is kind of fucked up in terms of like the neutral and all that. I have better buttons to whiff punish you, right? I have more tools to like mess with you, like past like in the mid range, right? Like around here. So I was thinking, so the issue you see is this kick right here, right? Like when I'm approaching you, right? Or like when I'm walking back, and people just tell you, hey, you just need to walk him down to the corner type thing. I think that is correct. It's just you as the Marisa player are working way harder than they can, obviously.
If the answer is just be a godlike player, like, okay, sure, I can do that. You know, there's like a misalignment of expectations when you know the answer is I need to play the best neutral of my life.
You look at the matchup and like what their win condition is, right? Marisa's win condition is more like she's like a very high damage character, slow, and has like fairly a good amount of options to deal with. Her round 1 is not like the broken one. Her round 2 or 3 when she has level 3 is when she legitimately like 2 touches you, right? So my thought process is whenever you're playing this matchup, it needs to be like oriented not towards like the matchup what's happening immediately, but more as like what will happen down the line, how much meter are you getting, how you can shorten the situations to like fit your risk reward. I can react obviously to a lot of the stuff with like my input with like DP and stuff like that, especially it's easier because I'm on the snack box and all this bullshit.
Yeah.
Problem is that I legitimately cannot do that if I get overwhelmed in the walk forward block situation here. So obviously it's like, oh, I can crouch medium kick you if you're approaching, right? If the person that you're going against, universal, it doesn't matter who you're going against, you're walking forward and you block right in front of them here, it tells me something and that tells you something. If you see me low medium kick you immediately and you block it, that tells you that that's what I'm looking for, right? Which means that next time that you would do like a little micro walk forward back, you can actually look to whiff punish this low medium kick here, right?
Tactically, we're on the same page, but have you ever attempted to walk out of a crouching medium kick with Marisa?
Funny enough, I have like 2 friends that are maining Marisa too, and they're just mashing like through masters. I have K7 and I have Mamba also playing this character, and they're having extreme difficulty in this matchup too. And I agree. I think it's legitimately a difficult matchup. But I think legitimately, if you like restrict yourself to only playing in this range and then playing like this neutral game here with approach and all that, immediately me as the chem player, right? I can't look for your stuff anymore when you're doing this up close. Now all your other options open up because I can't be buffering and doing stuff while I'm looking for like your approach from like this range. Like obviously, like this is the situation that's gonna happen a lot where like that, right, where they get in. So I think this game ends up becoming more about like the meter management down the line. If I do this and I drive rush forward, right, and I get the throw, in order for me to get like a proper mix up after, I need to do that. I can't do meaty throw.
Why not?
If I try meaty throw here, because I don't have the frame data for it. My thing is that if the mix-up becomes more varied for the offender after they wasted 3 bars, I think that can be okay. Your win condition with her is to just stay alive, build up meter, and then like when we're playing these up close situations, once you have the meter and you do end up getting a whiff punish on me once you start baiting this, because 1 or 2 mistakes can cost me the whole match, right?
Well,
it's like,
I don't understand like where does Ken make a mistake? Like he's so safe. I feel like if you're just here, then you can just harass me down with standing medium kick and crouching medium kick. Like there's really no risk for you.
If I approach and you see me walking forward here with a low medium kick, you can actually like I have to space it out in a way where like if you micro walk back a little bit, you can actually like whiff punish me. This is like a constant cycle back and forth that happens, I think, at this range. So it's like if you see that I'm approaching at you and I do like these type of like this button wouldn't hit you because you're crouching, right?
If I'm walking forward and you're walking back, like there is no approach forward for you because you know you're on snack box. You just approach is instant. There's no like motion or anything like that.
How about this? Let me pick Marisa. You pick Ken. We're gonna do that same situation because I'm gonna show you, or at least like in theory, like in my head, what it looks like, and I think it's correct because there's no human, right, like that deals with those situations up close. Walk forward into low kick, walk forward block, or walk forward and micro walk back to make buttons whiff. It doesn't matter who you are. That situation is like a guessing point. Increases mental stack heavily. It allows you to use like your other spread of options way more. You don't need to win the situation every single time. Just displaying it already like creates a huge problem. So if I'm Marisa, let's say like I'm approaching you, right? I'm approaching you. Like see this point right here. So if I'm here as Marisa, right, and you're playing Ken, right? You're saying, oh, it's like, oh, what if she just checks me, right? Like if you're playing in this range, right here. Just walk forward block like this. You should be fine with this. You're building up meter and you're mental stacking the other person, and then once the person ends up just constantly walking back, if I just do like walk forward and then button instantly, it's not something that they can react to or stop you. Like for example, just stay crouch blocked right? And I'm gonna be at this distance here, and I want you to stop my approach with low medium kick, okay? But I'm gonna use this button next, or whatever other button. It's not a reactable situation.
For me personally, the situation never comes up because why would he ever sit there? He can abuse backwalk.
Yeah, but think about this. Every time he's walking back, he's pushing himself closer and closer to the corner to the point where he's not going to have any more walk back space, which means that now when you're in this situation here, where let's say you're in the corner and I'm in this spot here, and now you can play this game that I just talked about where you can walk forward like this and walk back, and then the moment that you whiff punish the low medium kick, round 3 I eat 70%. I think this is legitimately what makes the Marisa matchup even, or not even, but like let's say that Ken does have an advantage because of all the tools he has here, because he has to work a lot less than Marisa does. This immediately, as like me when I'm playing Ken and someone does this to me back and forth, and then for example when you're looking for this situation and you start doing your Superman punch and all that sort of stuff, I'm not gonna DP it. I'm not gonna jab it. I'm not gonna hit it because this part here is mental stacking me.
So my problem there is maybe I'm just doing it wrong. I might just be playing Street Fighter neutral wrong, or I'm doing the wrong character. Because me and you were on the same mindset. Increase the mental stack, make them think about more things, and then try and create a situation where you swing at the air. I mean, there's no reason for you to ever whiff. You can walk into this space, and she can't rapid reposition. It's not like playing against Jury. Therefore, it just becomes free.
Okay, yeah. So let's say there's no reason he should ever whiff, but if, for example, again, if you're here and I'm slowly walking forward, yet the Ken players will whiff. It doesn't matter who you're playing against. It could be fucking Punk. They will whiff, and if they don't, then you will walk them all the way to the corner. There is no reacting to this spot. It's like a three-way decision-making spread, right? It's like walk, block, you block the hit. You walk, and don't do anything, just to like elicit a reaction, and then you punish them for it. Or you walk and then you do your button, and then they didn't press anything, and then they're blocking, which might not get you much. But again, like the way you're saying, it's like he could just keep walking back and reposition himself while you can't do that.
When I elicit the reaction just works because I can't move out of the way, and his frame data is just that good.
Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't say the difficulty of this situation. This is the simple answer, right? I'm saying like this is the way to play the matchup, which is why I think like high level Marisas, when they start playing against like Ken and stuff like that, they're gonna consider this and they're gonna be like, well, I'm working too hard for this situation if this is the only answer. I know even like people just fucking meme like crazy, going like, oh yeah, like watch Big Bird or whatever. For example, this is what he does. He walks up, and then once he overwhelms mental stack in this low medium kick here, he starts choosing options, which makes me not be able to like DP and do stuff out of it, and it creates mistakes from the Ken. And the thing is, Marisa punishes mistakes heavily. That's like her big reward when you pick her. But again, the difficulty of picking her and making her work, it's more difficult the higher level you go.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of problematic.
It's not really a Ken thing. It's more like the best characters, they all had the same tools, they all had the same move speed. Exactly. So really, I guess it's just how does Marisa deal with Street Fighter 6?
Yeah, exactly. And I think like the main way is the way I'm like saying right now. Like this is like probably like the main way that you have to deal with it. Now, is it too difficult or like or just too overwhelming on the person that's piloting her? That's not for me to say. Some people will probably stick with it.
Like I know where you're coming from. I know what you're suggesting, and this might just be bitching at this point. But
yeah, I get you.
Like I understand. Okay, create a mistake. Get them to make a mistake in neutral. I try to do that, but it's never a mistake for them to just act. Like I had to blindly swing at the air and hope that they stopped walking backwards.
I'm gonna throw in some ideas, and you can tell me if I'm approaching right, and you end up let's say you do a low medium kick, right? Let me turn on the frame data, because every single time the Ken does like a low medium kick, do it. It's -6, but you're walking back and blocking. Walking forward and blocking their approach, and they start doing this, and they don't do anything after. This gives you an action of like a button that you can press. So I think this game ends up becoming about you attacking their meter, like their meter versus your meter. If they do low medium kick and they drive rush in, you're taking 3 bars away. So it becomes about optimizing the next options that come after to make them burn out. So you don't if you don't elicit a response from them, right? Like a big mistake that you can get a bit like a big reward from, then you need to just start playing the system itself.
Like if I try and use something else, then I feel like he just walks out of everything. Like I don't even know what to do with the frames. Okay.
How can you prevent someone walking back here? Does she have anything that I can do? Like what's her low medium? Like 9 frames? Okay, so do it. Do the low medium kick. Yeah, so she doesn't have a way of catching the back walk there.
No, that would be
So
great.
you have to. Yeah, that would be great. Huh? This is, I guess, like as unintuitive as it sounds, this is the answer. It's just walk forward, block, and then actually, I think I played it once. People condition me to like do this part here. I see a lot of them. They do the EX Superman punch, and then they start going over my look. Because all you need is just a couple, like I said, a couple of mistakes.
Like, I'm not saying I can't do better in places where we interact, but
Oh no, for sure. You're just talking about like this main game plan here, like this
yeah,
part here.
I'm not worried about like just like the
I think-
fundamental Street Fighter 6 game.
Yeah, I think I think she just takes a lot of risks in the spot that the other character doesn't have to take. But it is definitely a spot where I don't think it matters who you're playing against. If you play this part here optimally, even though it's like difficult, the player cannot mentally stay with all the options in his mind. Like he will let something through, and all you need is just, like I said, like you need a couple of interactions in those spots, and then you're getting your win condition further. It's increasing to the point where like it might win you the game.
I feel like
I could
when
play
I can't
Marisa-
take advantage of these situations. Say like I'm plus, like I have no clue what to do with the plus frames.
Because there's so many. Because you could just EXDP.
Yeah, and if I try and do some like cute frame trap, so I'm just so afraid.
Right, with I mean, this is the way I look at this right now. If I ever have plus frames, but I'm on top of them, it's a very RPS heavy situation where it's like the player is just essentially like dealing with DP and delay tech, because you're not allowed to shimmy if you're right on top of them. So I'd say like plus frames that are really good to obtain are the ones that leave you at a space where you're able to walk back to create like more win percentage for yourself. Right?
That's definitely my best. So my issue is his Jinrai kicks are all very different, but they all look completely the same to me. So when you just start doing them, I'm completely lost.
All right, I'm gonna give you all the answers right now.
No
it's
clue.
actually it's literally like a knowledge check / like gimmick, because when I start going against people to like reversal or they know how it works, I stop using it entirely because the risk reward is too annoying for me. I'd rather just keep them in the corner. So I have 3 options. I can do the light one, the medium one, and the heavy. Now the thing is, the light one always blocks strings, which means if you're pressing like a parry in between or a drive impact or something, it'll never come out. But if I do the one that's real, the one that I can't get punished for, that gives me the low high. This one has like an opening right here. So if you drive impact at the very beginning of this, there's nothing I can do. I just lose automatically, like just in between the target combo and the kick hitting you.
Oh, there's a gap?
There's a gap on the real one, and if I do the fake one, there's no gap. But now you just mash your fastest button. Here, doesn't matter. Like right after this.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
it's fake.
see. Okay, this is really fraudulent. If he does target combo, I can like fuzzy mash, drive rush,
you can
drive
fuzzy
impact
mash,
a little bit, and then if he does the light kick, then I fuzzy mash GP.
Then you know I'm punishable. I can't do the lower and I can't do the high. And the heavy one, which is like the only one that's safe, still have the same problem. There's like a big gap between it. Because here's the other thing: if you have a reversal and you do this right, you can reversal any of the, like the lower or the high, and I can't block. I can't even stop the string.
So what's his
like I said,
target combo on block? 14?
Yeah,
Holy shit!
So the only
moment
way
you
that
do
they can keep
target
it safe
combo-
is do this. They have to do EX fireball, but they have to waste like 2 bars to make it safe in that situation, right? Because every other option I have from this is all fake.
I literally knew, like, okay, yeah, the neutral's so hard, but I should not be getting killed like this.
It should develop to the point where it's just strike throw, and if you're dealing with this, you also have the answer of drive reversaling it anytime you want. I can't stop you after the first kick hits. Like if you don't know which one I'm using, you can just drive reversal back as well. And it's like, once you start showing me this, I'm not gonna do Rin dry kicks anymore, right? Like I'm probably just gonna end up doing like, I have to do my EX version, because this one is real. This one is good. This one is actually real, and I can get high or low, and there's not much you can do about it.
What's your combo off the high?
I get, cancel off of like supers and stuff. Yeah. Very, very good.
So in neutral, if the answer against a good character is just like play perfect, like okay, I can do that. Honestly, if that's what's being asked, sure, I just wanted to see if there's something else. I did learn something playing against you because you like to up back. You're a bastard.
Yes.
I don't know if you realize this.
It's from Strive. It's a habit from Strive, and because if you play the throw loop situation perfectly, with most characters like Jury and all that, if I jump, this is just like an extra area for them to exploit me, and I just lose like extra games off of it for no reason. But if they don't know how to deal with it, it actually ends up like giving me an extra win percentage.
I will say, if you're jumping out of grabs versus Marisa, just jump forward. If you jump forward, it's a joke.
All right, bro. I'm gonna leave you. Have a good one, bro.
Everybody say thank you, Adrian, Riven.
All right, thank you. See ya.
Dude, this character is fucking broken.